All right, so doing a quick audit for Rapid Rhino Plumbing. As we look at the website, everything looks pretty good, pretty user friendly overall. I like how we have all the information right off the top. I will say the one thing that I did notice is this Gmail address. If we can get an actual company email address, I think it would make the brand overall more trustworthy. Gotta think at the end of the day, anybody can make a website, and so just having that established and having something that matches your domain address or something close to it over a Gmail will be a little better. The California state license, I'm not sure, is that something that has to be up at the top for this particular industry? If it isn't, I would move it because it does kind of just conflict with all the other information. And I wouldn't say that it's super relevant to getting people to convert. If you can put it in the footer or on a different page, I think that might make more sense. If you have to keep it up there, then keep doing that. All right, so I'm a user. We get to the website. Let's click make an appointment. Perfect. Goes right to the contact page. Contact us today. Same thing. I think just having some consistency in these CTAs, contact us today or make an appointment, would make a lot of sense. If you have the ability, I know a lot of times users like to plan something out, and especially with plumbing, it's usually not necessarily something that is just a nice to have kind of product. It's usually, hey, we need something relatively quickly. If there's a way to set up some sort of, not necessarily Calendly, but some sort of booking where you can book a time for a service call so someone knows that they're about to be reached out to. We do have the phone number, but I think a lot of times in this particular industry, we've noticed that having a specific time that someone can expect to be responded to or something like that usually puts them a little bit at ease and has them stick around before going to a bunch of competitors right off the bat. All right, let's look at general domain metrics. So some decent growth since it looks like starting the website back in March. A little bit of growth there, showing some top keywords for your area, which is always very good. Growth has kind of stagnated over time. Did see some increases back in August in those top positions for that area, which is really good for you. But overall, keywords have just kind of stayed the same. They aren't really increasing, not really decreasing. When we look at the site, this is also kind of speaking to website and just kind of brand authority. Your website doesn't have this little icon up here. It's called a favicon. So you see kind of how these other websites have their own favicons. Yours just has the WordPress one, which again, just helps with the authority of the brand and trying to get people to convert. I think especially when it comes to contracting industry in general, people always start out skeptical. And so making sure that there's no signs of anything that would give them a question about you as a brand or the trustworthiness is always good. As we scroll through, can see different pages on what your services are. So, okay, so that went to drain cleaning when I click that. If we go back to the home page, we see drain cleaning, read more. It just goes to our services page, but then you have to click drain cleaning again and it actually goes to drain cleaning. That's a little bit of a broken experience because if I click on drain cleaning, I expect to go to drain cleaning. Where right here, all of these just go to the services page. So if I click on drain cleaning, I'm probably going to assume that one's also going to take me to this exact same page. And so making that path a little easier for the user, just sending them to the page, and then you can just have like a services button like you do right here. Check those links since that one. Okay, yeah, so all that works. All right, got a blog. I think that's fantastic. Starting a blog always works out well. Obviously, you probably just want to add an image to this one. Looks like it was posted recently. Might have just been forgotten about. I think the blog posting schedule should just be a little bit more. It looks like you added 3 blogs all in the same time period and then didn't blog for a while and then added one more recently. So making that a little more consistent. And also, if you're going to bulk add a bunch, then let's see about taking off these dates so it looks like you're posting more consistently and not just bulk uploading every once in a while. I think overall, consistency in the CTAs on exactly where you want them to go is contact the same as book appointment. And it is. We just want to make sure that the user, I think having a form down here is just fine. Location is just fine. All that's good. All right. Let's move over here to the unseen things. If we look at site issues, potential issues, so we have images over 100 kilobytes. We want all the images to be 100 kilobytes or under. This has a lot to do with site speed. Got H1s missing on the blog, the About Us and contact pages. This is super important. This is basically how Google is going to help decide what a page is about and knowing where to rank it. I got some security issues with the website, non-sequential headers. Again, this is going to confuse crawlers on what your website is about. It's just not going to know where to rank it. Or if it is good enough content where it is ranking it, Google just might not rank it as high because it's unsure about it. Overall, all these issues are fixable and nothing super concerning. The security, we'd have to look at a little more into the domain and how the website was built to fix those. But all of these things are going to affect your ability to rank for more keywords over time. So probably should be looked at getting fixed. Overall, I think that pretty much sums it up for this audit. The user experience is decent. Just a few tweaks that I would make, a few link changes definitely, and content strategy is probably needed to help expand that reach. And then overall, there's a decent amount of technical issues that should be addressed before working on more content. Just because if the technical house isn't, consider it like a foundation of your house. If the foundation isn't sound, it doesn't matter really what you build on top of it. It's not going to hold. And so having that technical foundation of your website in a good spot will make your content and all the other work that you're doing on your website go a lot further. That's the audit.